All right, welcome in, builders. I see a couple people here waiting for the stream. That's great to see. Let's go ahead and get this moved over. You know what, figures? I literally had nothing going on the entire day. The minute I start setting up for stream, my phone won't stop ringing. OBS decides that the only thing it really wants to see is Dominions, and it won't pick up any other screen, and I have to fiddle with that to get that to go. Crazy, crazy. I also want to double check my settings here. I do not want to mute in the background, just in case I have to switch out and fiddle with YouTube. I'll at least give us some there. As people come on in here, if you have any feedback about sound, I don't know on this one if the music's going to be a little loud or not, so hopefully that will not be the case, and it will be just fine. Stream health looks good. All right. If anyone here has been here since the beginning, I actually launched my channel doing some Against the Storm content. I am quite impressed with this game. I haven't had the time, honestly, to play it much in the last couple months, but I figured I'd come back. I see they have a new patch coming out in about the next week or so that's adding some more content. And, I mean, this is just a really well-made game. One of the things I think they do excellently is they have an answer to what do you do after a city is built in a city builder? How do you keep it from getting boring and have a satisfying ending? And I think they have the answer to it here. So, yeah, we're going to check it out. I finished a map earlier just to give myself some warm-up. And we finished a deed on that. I'm just going to go ahead and nab that. And check and see if I can do any upgrades. No, a little bit short. So if anyone's new, the premise of this game is basically this is the last city, and we are trying to seal these ancient gods / survive the storm that they may or may not be causing. And in the smoldering city, this is the last real survivors of the world. And after a storm happens, it wipes out basically everything that's out here, and you start a new cycle. So on this cycle, I've done 2 different settlements, Dawn's Gate and Timberhold. And this is kind of where the choose your adventure part of the roguelite comes in. That there's different events that could happen, there's different terrain types, and different like world map modifiers / landmarks that will change up how the map is being played. And from those, we will get different resources, which we take back to the city, and we buy upgrades. So this is kind of like your meta progression tree. So as you can see here, I'm a little over halfway up the upgrades, give or take. And they're pretty sizable upgrades, unlocking new buildings, new mechanics, giving you just stat boosts here and there, new races that can join your settlements. Very, very good stuff. Let's go ahead and head out here. I do have a map picked out for today. Right here. So what's interesting about this one is I actually can reach 2 different modifiers. So we have frosts, which will reduce the radius of our hearth by 3 fields. So that's kind of like the prime building area around our hearth. And we have the Land of Greed. I have played this modifier once before, I believe, where the queen will get more impatient with us quicker because, like, for some reason it's making us really greedy. But if we keep trade routes rolling, it will slow down that. This can be a rather difficult one. I need to be careful here. There's a distinct possibility, you know, I'm not at my prime playing this, so there's a distinct possibility we could lose there. So this is where we're going to be going. We'll have both of those modifiers. This is going to be Royal Woodlands, which is kind of the, I guess, standard biome. You get extra wood from your wood chopping. Wood is very, very valuable. You need it to keep your fires running. You need it for a lot of constructions, etc., etc. So what I would consider probably the easiest biome is Royal Woodlands, but we are going to have those additional conditions on top of that. All right, so our next choice is we have to decide which races we would like to bring with us. So each one has different things that they like to do. Each one has different things that they're good at doing, and they have different needs. And you need to provide for them so that they stay happy, and then that will give us resolve influence to win the map. We'll look at that once we get in there. For Royal Woodlands. And if you need to double check, you can always go back and double check your different settings and stuff. And right here, the natural resources will show you what you could get. So we have eggs and meat. Okay. Lizards are really good at meat type stuff, and they like heat type buildings. Humans are good at farming, and Royal Woodlands has probably the most farming, so I'm probably going to go with them. Harpies are good at like alchemy and cloth work. Could be pretty good. I think we have plant fibers on the map, so that wouldn't be too bad of an idea. Or we could go with just harpies. I think I like the idea of humans. Ideally, we're going to need to get our trade up and running as quick as possible, and having good farmers can make that kind of easier. In addition, depending on what you pick for your starting caravan, you get starting resources, and sometimes those would be pretty big. Like having that many starting tools would be pretty nice. But we're going to go with this one. It's going to give us an extra 2 villagers, so we're going to start with 10. And then over here, we can pick different embarkation bonuses that I have unlocked, and points that I have unlocked through that meta progression tree. So on that one, extra villagers to start with are usually pretty darn good. That would take us up to 13. Alternatively, we could start with a farm plan. I think I'm going to do that because we're going with the humans anyway, so our plan is to do farming. We'll start with the extra people. Still have 3 extra points. I know that for the specialized housing for harpies, they require fabric. So I'm just going to nab that just to make sure we can get them some nicer houses quickly. And with 1 point left, we'll go eggs, I guess. Eeny, meeny, kind of on that one. We're going to play on the Viceroy difficulty. This game has a lot of customizable difficulty. I would consider Viceroy kind of like the standard play that the game is kind of balanced around, but you can go much easier and you can go much harder going up the prestige levels, which add more and more challenges to your run. So we will stick with that and we'll embark. I see a couple people have joined us. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll answer the best I can. Otherwise, welcome in, enjoy. Hopefully you will be watching a victory run and not a very sad loss. We will see. All right, now that we have arrived on map, we get to see what the actual forest mysteries are. So we have one positive effect, and this is only going to be active during drizzle season. There's drizzle, clearance, and storm. During drizzle, we get extra reputation gained by resolve. That could be pretty good. And then for negative effects, during the storm, we have looming darkness, which gives us more global resolve penalty. And then as we go up in hostility with the forest, we're going to gain unearthly element. Maximum number of sacrifice stacks is lowered by 1. That could be relevant. We're going to get fog. So our villagers will move slower unless they have a house. We definitely want to be housed, so that probably won't be a problem. Then up at 3 here, acid rain. Acid rain dissolves some of the resources transported to your warehouse. Recipes producing building materials yield 50% fewer goods. That's pretty painful. Ideally, you might even want to micromanage that you just don't produce building materials during storm. We'll see if I have the gumption to do that or not, but I think for best play, you might want to do that. And at 4, we would have strange lights. Villages with this effect have a 20% chance of destroying yield with each production cycle. To prevent it, we need services. It's not terrible, but if we get unlucky on our draws, that could be pretty hard. Right. Right, welcome in. The strategy gameplay over graphics nerd inside me is ashamed to admit this, but the cartoony graphics made me bounce off this game when I sat down with it. That's too bad. I do agree. It is a bit of a, I guess, acquired taste, I'll say. But I really like the strategy here. As I mentioned in the intro, one of the hardest things I think for a good city builder is how do you end the map and make it satisfying? Because the problem with, let's say, like workers and resources, that's been the other city builder I've played in the last year or so kind of heavily. There's no end to it, really. And you just kind of peter out. Like your computer can't handle the map anymore, or you just get bored and you just stop playing. It's kind of cool to have, I have a definitive goal. I need to fill my reputation bar. How are we going to do that? There's a lot of different ways. And our lose condition is literally everyone dies or the Queen's Impatience fills up. And that's it. Those are the victories and the loss conditions. So I think it's a very, very eloquent system. Welcome in, John. Game looks kind of like Torchlight, the graphic design. Yeah, I could see the similarities there. All right, let's see what we got. So we got plant fiber and we got vegetables, so nothing very exciting here. Now, from my meta progression, I have an ability that by having humans here, they show me where the nearest fields are. Normally, I don't like to open these small glades. We get a permanent hostility penalty every time we open glades, and I don't find that the small glades are usually worth it. That said, on this map, we are really hemmed in by those. So I do think we're going to go for this one because we specifically picked things to get us farming quickly, and I want to take advantage of that. So we're going to put a woodcutter there, and I think we're going to head towards these ones. So we'll add a second woodcutter there. We'll drop in, not from you guys. I don't think we're going to rush the housing. I don't think we're going to rush the food. We started with 12 people. Okay. Let's get ourselves a crude workstation. The way that this game does production, you have stars. So an empty star is kind of like a tier 0 material. It's very inefficient. We're going to use 4 wood to make 2 planks. As you go up in stars, which can, in theory, get up to, I believe, 4 stars is the absolute max, very rarely, it gets more and more efficient. So you might be using, like, 3 wood makes 2 planks. So efficiency is the name of the game there for that. So this is a building that's very inefficient, but it allows us to get started when we don't have anything else. So I'm just going to set us up with, let's not do that many, with a small order of planks over here once that building gets built. We have roots. I think we're going to hold off. Let's check what our initial draws are. So another big component to this game is the part of the roguelike element. In addition to the meta progression, you don't get every building. You have certain buildings that you get every map and a few extras that you unlock as you go up that progression tree, like the field kitchen is an example of that. Then on the map, you actually do draws. So almost like you're building a deck in a roguelike, we're building our construction blueprints. So one of the things I had to get over when I started playing this game was I would think to myself, okay, I'm going to do a cool thing with bricks. And I would try to force that on my next map. And that just doesn't work in this game. You will get yourself in trouble if you are too single-minded. That being said, though, because of the map modifiers on this map, we need trade. So I really, really, really need provision packs. So I hope we draw something that will allow me to make provisions. You start with 3 draws, and from my meta progression, I have at least 1 free reroll, and then we have to pay with Amber, which is kind of the currency in this game. Hey, Sino, welcome in, welcome in. All my homies hate the crude workshop. Hey, I have a video on the channel talking about the field kitchen, and for some weird reason, YouTube loves that video. That thing has had more views than it deserves, and I get a trickle of like 20 views a day on it for some reason. I think it's because I have a really cute name on it. I don't know, but YouTube absolutely loves the field kitchen video. Kane, welcome in, welcome in. I'm glad you're enjoying the VODs. I'm trying to branch out a little bit, so I'm trying to add a little bit of non-Dominions content into the channel, so I hope you enjoy that too. And if not, the Dominion stuff is not going anywhere either. It will be continuing. In fact, when this stream finishes, I'm going to finish tomorrow's video. I have not finalized that quite yet. Okay, so from our initial draw here, Forester Hut I do like quite a bit because you can kind of like quote-unquote grow metal, but we already are going to be using our fertile land, so I'm iffy on that. Herb Garden's another good one, but again, we're already using our fertile land. Distillery, we don't really need. None of our races that we drew need luxury, which is what wine could provide. Porridge would be good for us. We don't have metal secured yet. And on this map, I'm not expecting any copper, so making barrels would be very difficult. Clan Hall, I think we're going to go Clan Hall. We needed a service for one of our tier 4 thing up here. I don't like this as an early pick particularly, but I'm just going to grab it because I don't want to use my reroll here. This is something I can use. All right, a granary. We could make packs of crops. That could be something we could sell. Pickled goods. Our lizards like pickled goods, so that would be something good. And fabric, 2 stars rather than the crude workshop would be all right. All right, we just talked about not having copper, so the furnace is out. A weaver, so even better at doing fabric. Plus we could make training gear, which we need for that service building. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of that. Okay. Or a leather worker. We don't have a source of leather. We might get a little bit off the meat resource. Otherwise, we would need a ranch. So I think we're going to go with the weaver. I'm okay with this. Again, trade goods. We're going to try to do trading, so that would be pretty valuable. Pick that up. All right, provisions. Come on. Oh, okay, good, good, good. We got it. Manufacturing. Unfortunately, that's training gear again, and it's a better recipe, so that kind of outdates part of our choice. Pigment we need for scrolls, that's okay. But provisions, and I really, really need provisions. Alternatively, pottery, we do have clay on the map, so we could do pottery. Flour's very good. Our harpies like biscuits and pies. Our lizards like pies. Our humans like biscuits and pies. So we do need to have flour. That all being said, though, I think because I'm so worried about provisions, we're just taking the first one that we see. So I wouldn't call that great draws. I would have preferred something that could do lumber into timber, but not miserable either. We got things we can use. Okay, let's set ourselves up. We're going to say we want the woodcutters on priority 5. I want those absolutely first. I want the crude workshop on 4 next. Then we'll get the weaver. Plop that down right there. And we'll put that on a 3. And then we'll queue some more up there so we can get rolling here. Mark Jim, welcome in, welcome in. Have you considered Shadows of Forbidden Gods? Oh, that's funny you say that. I have actually played that in the past. I don't think I've played since they added the absolute newest god. I don't know if that's come out of the beta branch or not. But I have beaten a map with every other god. Yes, is the short answer. I really want to cover that. My problem right now is this is my busy season at work, and I am just absolutely slammed and exhausted. So I just don't have the time, because I need to replay it and relearn it before I would feel comfortable showing it on the channel. But yes, I'm definitely going to do that, because I feel like people who enjoy Dominions would really enjoy that game too. It's a very, very cool game. And I believe he has an update. I think his is a DLC coming out in the semi-near future. So ideally, I'd like to cover that right before that DLC launches, and then maybe stream the DLC. I think would be a pretty cool thing to do. Jeff, welcome in. Been watching the Dom videos, Love Against the Storm. Yeah, this is such a good game. Like, seriously, it is one of the first games I've seen in a long time that brought something fresh to city building. All right. As we play, the Queen's going to offer us cornerstones. So these are kind of like artifacts in a lot of roguelike games. They're things that give us pretty wide sweeping bonuses. So, Lost in the Woods, we gain a villager every time we get a new glade. Training grounds, we specialize in training gear, which we are going to produce, so that could be useful. Biscuit diet, farmer's favorite food. Farmers have a 75% chance of doubling yields when under the effect of biscuits. That could be very strong. Specialized grain technique. Grain produces +1 every 25 times it's produced. We're going grain bags. I can already just tell you that is an incredibly powerful one. These are all actually pretty good. Maybe not Lost in the Woods so much, but everything else is very strong pick here. So we'll go with that. I do have my setup here to avoid glades, which means as they're chopping, they will not open these unless I tell them to, and I will go ahead and tell them just to pop that one. Ideally, I'd like to get my farm built before storm so that we can plow the fields. All right, what do we need over here? Just some more planks. We'll speed this up a little bit. I'm going to get that built, and then we'll drop some housing down. Early clan hall could be pretty good, too. We need a lot of planks for that, though, so let's just hold off till we get our housing sorted. I am quite a fan of the big shelter. Let me up that priority before I plot these. Big shelters can house, what is it, 6, I believe? Yeah, 6 people. It's not specialized housing, so no one loves being there, but where are we going to put this? Man, this is prime territory next to our warehouse. I think we're going to cram these over here, and I might move them later. But these will fit. That's 12 people, and then we'll need one more house because we took all those bonus people. And I think I'd like to do lizard because they have the lowest resolve, just to make sure we get through this first storm without it getting too crazy. We'll plop it there. Another thing I quite enjoy about this game is the orientation of the non-production buildings doesn't really matter. So you don't have that issue in a lot of city builders where it's like, oh, I put the house sideways. Now I have to delete it and move it and like rebuild it. So I think that's another just nice quality of life thing. All right. The Queen's going to send us orders. And by completing these orders, we get both bonuses and we get reputation. Again, reputation is what lets us win the map. So there's a lot of strategy behind what you pick here. Hard things with good rewards aren't necessarily the best pick because sometimes it's better to do something easy and get the reward right away. So on this one, we could increase our insect production, but we're not going to have insects on this map. Or if we do, it's going to be a tiny amount. That would be pretty easy to do, but like I said, that's not super useful. Whereas we're going for trading, so we're going to build a trading post, and we're going to make amber, so this is guaranteed that we'll finish it. I'm going to take that one. All right, next choice. Lost in the Woods. We need to find 2 glades, which we're going to do, and we need to rebuild 1 building that we find. That's fine. We have clay on the map, so that would be a usable bonus. Or we could have 2 rain engines installed, and we would get some goods. I'm going to go with this one. I quite like things that give you permanent bonuses, generally speaking, over just straight goods. Go ahead, grab that one. And for our final order, so these are called ephemeral. They're timed missions, and you can't unpause the game until you've decided whether you're going to take this or not. So on this one, we need to house residents. I think this is telling me they want 6 normal shelters. We could do that. I mean, that's not impossible. They would give us a bathhouse. That would be a usable service building. And we would get export specialization, which would be huge for us. In 3 minutes, though, could I build 6 shelters? I don't think we could. We would need 20 more wood. We have none in here, and we have none in here. Yeah, I don't think in 3 minutes I could do that. So we are not going to go with that one. As much as it pains me, because that would be a pretty doable one otherwise. All right, we don't have copper on the map, so if we find any, it's going to be a trickle. Probably not worth it, so we're probably picking this one. Find 5 glades. We're guaranteed that we can do that. It gives us the Scout Pack perk, which helps us carry things. I think that's a good pick there. Go ahead and grab that one. And key, we picked our orders before we opened the first glade. A lot of times I get gung-ho and I totally forget to hold off and not open that until I pick that first set of orders. So we're already going to be 1 out of 5 here, like the second I unpause the game. So quite nice there. All right, you guys are planking away. We've got that. We have 4 builders still out and going. Let's go ahead. I don't want those builders like just lazing around. Another nice quality of life thing, you can click on a resource and click the building that harvests it directly from that UI. Just again, just really nice quality of life stuff. This is an example of a game that really, really, really used their early access to actually develop a good game, not to just raise money. I think a lot of studios say that's their plan, but really they just need the cash injection. Which, you know, fair play. I mean, it's expensive to make video games, but I think as a consumer, if you're going to ask me for upfront cash, then I expect you to listen to my feedback. We'll let that play here. Take a peek at chat. Can you check what the difference is between a 0-star and a 2-star provision? Yeah, we can definitely do that at some point. I don't think I can see that. Actually, I think we can. Here, let's go up to our recipe panel. And we're looking for provisions. All right, so in a 0-star, it would take 6. We're probably not going to make those out of herbs, though. It would probably be... All right, a 6 of anything. So it's a 6, so it's basically a 2 to 1. This is almost like a 1.33 to 1. So quite a bit better. Not miserably so, but we're going to need a ton of provision packs. An absolute ton of those. Because on our map modifier here, we have 50% faster impatience. That's right here. And we need to be running trade routes to slow that down. You know, to wit, now that I said that, let's actually build our trade depot. We're going to end up needing to move this, like, instantly. But I believe this is a free one to move, so I'm fine with that. Let's actually, I'm going to move this woodcutter just to save myself a second or two having to move this immediately. And we'll just stick it there. Nobody actually has to travel to that, so I tend to start shoving it further and further away. All right, we knew that there was fertile soil here, so happy to see it. We've got sea marrow. That's not the worst. We've got some clay, which we knew was here, and a cache. Cool. This is actually really good for a small glade, I would say. As mentioned, I normally wouldn't open these unless I had a specific need to, because you can see up here on our hostility, small glades, 1 times 15, so we permanently have 15 more hostility for the rest of the map, essentially. Whereas when we open one of these ones, it's more, but there's way more resources in it, so it's more efficient. Alright, that thing's building. Okay, let's actually turn down that weaver, and let's turn up the houses, because I kind of want those done before storm. I'm a little nervous that we haven't even started those yet. Okay, there we go. The first one just got enough planks. We'll go ahead and we'll throw 1 person there. Let's go ahead and queue up our farm. Need 1 more tree moved out of the way. Get that tree, please, guys. Grain bags is weirdly weak with the farm, compared with the wild wheat at least. Yeah, wild wheat is crazy good. We're going to do a lot of farming on this map, though. We have humans, and humans just love grain with porridge and biscuits and pies. And what do they call it? This ale, I believe. Ale. So quite a lot of things there. We also can do some trading with flour pretty efficiently. So again, just kind of thinking about how we're going to fulfill that trade mission. We'll queue up our farm. We will get the farm fields laid in. Normally I put my road right next to this, but I think if we do the road here, we'll just fit a size 2 building next to this. That's fine. Like I said, this game is relatively generous with facing and where you put roads and whatnot. There's a lot of penalties for being off-road from various storm effects and whatnot. So there is a reason that you do want a good road system, but it's not that punishing. All right, I think we're going to stop chopping here, though, because we just need to make more room around our main area. We'll have him just continue up there. All right, pretty happy with this opening, actually. I wish that this initial farmland had been in one of our dangerous glades, so I didn't have to open this one. But as far as opening one, we got clay, which makes me happy. Oh, and it does have a tiny bit of copper ore, so that's something. Yeah, housing in Pharaoh. I never... Okay, confession. I never really liked the system of delivering goods and services in the Pharaoh, Rome, etc. games. I quite liked Pharaoh, but I did not like that system. Having to have people that you had to set up all those roadblocks to try to bounce them down the right roads, and then like somehow there was always like that one house with the stinky guy that no one would visit, and they would downgrade and make me mad. So yeah, I did not like that system particularly. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but I didn't love it, that's for sure. All right, good, good, good. All right, we have enough housing now, so no one's going to be caught out in the storms. That makes me happy. We are going to put a harpy in here. Oh no, this is not... Harpies do not love this one. I don't think anybody loves this one. Okay. We're not going to have beavers, so we're not going to have anyone that loves wood. Harpies would like to work at the weaver, though. Maybe we will switch our lizard out. Actually, no. Let's put a harpy here, and let's move a lizard here. That gives +1 global resolve, which gets our lizards up to happy, so we can get a little bit of reputation for them being super duper happy. And we'll go ahead and we'll throw one weaver in here. We'll tell her to start in on fabric. And because this is very efficient at 3 stars, we're getting a 1-to-1. We'll go ahead and tell her she can make up to like 20. And we'll just start with that. I'm not going to turn these other ones on because I have to be careful with my stone. I don't know how much we're going to get, so I want to watch that pretty closely. These ones, if you click move, it'll tell you if it costs anything, so that's free to move, but like... Oh, that's not even a movable one. Sometimes they cost like a little bit of wood. Yeah, like this would cost 5 wood if I wanted to move this house. So just be aware of that, that not everything is totally free to move, even if you can move it. All right, I'm actually going to take her off that. I want one more builder, because I want this built before storm, ideally. Get all this in so that we can plow the fields. I'm very happy to get this up year 1, essentially. I normally am a little slow on that. I think we'll bump game speed here a little. Housing is mostly free before Prestige 5 or whatever, where you get double build cost. Yeah, Prestige gets pretty crazy. I've never played beyond Prestige 2 or 3, I think. Not too high, I just haven't had the time. But people seem to really like the system. I think it's cool that there's so much customizable difficulty. Alright, and we're going to need humans here. So I need to dig up one more human. So who could take over somewhere else? Right there. In fact, actually, let's cut that down. We'll go with just one person here. She says she's done with that. We have 5 bricks left. We'll just take her out. In fact, there's nothing for her to do there. We'll let her build. Okay, we have our trade posts. Traders almost here, but they're not going to come during storm. For trade routes, these are going to change, so there's not too much like worth looking at here. We might sell off a few parts. Those are usually worth quite a lot. I might do that. So let's see if we can get up our manufactory and get some of those built kind of early. Wait, this is awkward positioning on some of these. I think I'm going to move that crude workshop. Yeah, it's a free one to move, so they can go there, and then that opens up that space. Do I want that there, though, now that I say that? this is like the absolute prime spot in your settlement because it's right next to the warehouse and the hearth where they go take their break. So you want like your most important industries right here. And I don't, well, this is going to be important. I don't think it's our most important. Maybe we stick it back here. It's also awkward. Well, I'm awkward, so let's just do it. Another thing we could do is we should be plopping down a decoration, because with a single decoration we could have upgraded this. Plus 2 extra global resolve is rather nice. All right, so we're in Storm for now. This is as bad as it gets, and no one's super upset. So pretty solid start here. Feeling pretty good about that. Bruh, welcome in. Good to see you, man. Hopefully you're not up too early. No, there's an upside and a downside to living in different time zones. I don't have to stay up all night when you streamed 2 days ago. The downside is when you stream on a Sunday night, it's Monday morning. Oh, jeez. No offense to anyone, but I don't know if I would wake up that early if I had the choice. All right. We are going to need provision packs. What are we going to use, though? I think I would be okay making some with eggs. We'll plop 1 harpy in here. We'll limit this to, let's say, 15 for now. And we're not going to make anything else at the moment. Alright, do we want to make grain right off the bat? You can't eat grain raw, but I do think I'm going to make some of both because I just want to get started on that grain bag. Vegetables we can eat raw, so if we're not processing food, we're still good there. That being said, maybe we do drop my beloved field kitchen. Man, this map's just super duper awkward with spots. We'll just stick it there for now. Alright, where is our next actual glade? It's going to be these 2 that I open. So I want to start chopping towards those. Man, this is really super claustrophobic in here. I want to move that back. I guess we'll have to. Get this. We'll move him down here. There we go. And I think we'll grab that one. I just want to keep clearing out. I'm going to put housing back here, so I'm just going to keep clearing area with that. Alright. Now that the storm's over, we get another cornerstone. Master Blueprint. Unlocks all camp blueprints and upgrades all small camps, but gathering speed is decreased by 50% until we harvest 300 resource nodes. I don't mind that one, actually. Secure perimeter. Completing a Forbidden Glade event reduces hostility. That could be pretty good depending on what your other goals are. All farms can plant mushrooms. We already have grain. Grain and mushrooms are kind of, sort of used in a lot of the same recipes, aka flour, so I don't think we need that. We could calm the forest by trying to do empathy things. I'm actually going to go Master Blueprint. That's kind of a greedy pick, but I feel like we're going to harvest 300 things, and the sooner we get it, the sooner we're done with it. We'll chance that. Alright, migrants. We get some more people. We're using a lot of harpies right now. We don't have a lot for lizards to do. Humans are going to be kind of at a premium. Extra meat would be pretty nice. We'll go with this one just because I like the meat more than these choices. And I'm going to go up to consumption control and tell them not to eat the meat. And we'll turn that directly into jerky as soon as our field kitchen is done. Make that a little bit more efficient. Alright, do I need to rush into another glade? I don't think I do. Let's see what our first trader has here. Now, we don't have anything great to trade at the moment. We could sell a couple parts if we had to. Let's see what she has. I would really like this one, but 13 ambers would drain a lot of our resources. I don't think this time around we can afford anything, sadly. For trade routes, we don't have any provision packs done yet. Sino says, I climbed back to Prestige 18 after release, but haven't had time to get to 20 yet. Nice, nice. You played a lot. a staple to go to work or school 7 in the morning over here. Yeah, well, I go to work rather early myself, so I feel your pain. We did a Forbidden Event deep dive on Angry Pigeon's channel a couple weeks ago. Interesting. Oh, a lot of them are way less game ending than you think. Yeah, they really are. Some of them can be pretty game ending, but some of them it's kind of like, yeah, I could take a 1 or 2 cycles of that if I had to. Like, it wouldn't be pleasant or anything, but I think part of it just comes from strategy games and trying to like do risk management very heavily. So we're just naturally inclined to like try to avoid it. All right, let's see what our next set of orders are. Lizards to 16. That's actually, we might even be able to achieve that right now. That would give us a ton of lizards, which I don't know if I care for, but the extra jerky production would be really nice. Build lizard houses. We get some lizards. We get some permanent resolve. I think I'm actually going to go for the jerky and just make our jerky production really efficient. Cut through and discover. Yeah, we're going to do that. So easy one there. Adventurous Viceroy. Cut through and discover 3 dangerous glades. What would you give me for that? An Explorer's Lodge. That wouldn't be bad, but we already have... What was our pickup? The Clan Hall. So we're already going to meet our brawling. So we really don't need a second brawling building. I don't remember off the top of my head what the bonus is for Explorer's Lodge. I seem to remember liking it, but this would be pushing... That would be hard to do. I could, but that could be difficult. We could get some water, and they would just give us some stuff. We could do a lot of trading. I kind of like the idea of this one, because it's going to force me to do that. We already have trade goods. We don't have a building that can do luxury goods yet. But that would be doable. Yeah, let's pick that one up. That's a little bit of a stretch goal here, but that's all right. We picked relatively easy ones so far. All right, have you produced anything? You've produced 6. Okay, second you get that next one done, go deliver those quick so I can start trading. We need to get trade routes running to slow down the impatience. Okay, what can we do here? We could sell berries. We could sell that. We could sell reeds. Packs of trade goods. That's a terrible price. Although, I think I'm just going to sell 1, and I just want this to be running so that we get the reduction in impatience. Those were not particularly good choices right there. Alright, let's get somebody in here. Please make jerky. You can use either one. Up to 50 jerky. And lizards, let's favorite them so we can get their happiness up. And we need to pop 2 glades to finish that off. So let's go ahead and let's pop that one. And then I think we will pop this one. This is a pretty aggressive move in here, but I'm okay with that. We'll get that done, and then I get that big jerky bonus. Exploration is +1 resolve for every rebuilt ruin, salvaged ruin. Good to know. Yeah, that is a nice one. If you get lucky on some maps, that building can go crazy. +5, +6. Okay. Do we have enough population? We do. Let's see if we can find a harpy somewhere that we could free up. Right here. And we can put her in there. Okay, we're not having anyone make planks at the moment, but we don't need any. Well, maybe we should. We've only got 4. We'll put 1 guy in there to work on it. But I'm going to turn off auto collect because I want to be really purposeful here, and I want to know when those come back so we can send out more. We could sell pipes. We're going to really struggle to make pipes, though. I don't think I want to sell those off. We have some eggs left. Yeah, we'll just send one. Again, these aren't great trade routes. I just want to slow down the Queen's impatience. That's making me nervous. Speed this up while we're just waiting around. Normally I play at the double speed as my default, but because I keep looking over to check on chat, I'm playing a little slower than I normally do, but trying to get better about keeping tabs on what people are chatting about. It's amazing. I was watching the Baratos stream back, just seeing how it went. I thought I was really, really, really good at watching stream on Friday. I missed so much. It's crazy. Like, I literally have no memory of these chats. All right, what do we get? Clay deposit. So we're pretty good on clay. So pottery is in our future. Extra eggs. That's perfectly fine. More fertile soil. Great. A large abandoned cache. A granary. Very nice. That'll save us a draw. That gives us packs of crops and pickled goods. We already have better cloth, but that is totally fine. Can we just do that? Oh, we can. We basically can afford it, too. Very nice. Good find there. All right, for the graveyard, though, this is going to be trubs. 30 amber and 15 provisions to send that back. I don't think we can get 30 amber. I would have to sell off gears or bottled wildfire, and I don't want to do that. All right, if we were going to burn it down, I've saved my coal just in case. We get 60 hostility every 60 seconds, but it will go away. This is not good timing. Not good timing. I think we might wait and do this one once the storm's over. We have 13 minutes until the permanent effects kick in. What would we get? Traders would bring less stuff, and we would gain an impatience point. We're going to gain a bunch of ancient tablets. Those could be useful because we could pick up a mission that we could turn those in for, possibly. We gain 3 incense for every 10 roots produced. That's pretty powerful if we pick a farm that makes roots. And some dew. I might burn this one down. We'll see. Maybe I can earn 30 amber before spring. I doubt it. We could sell off some of our grain here in a second. Yeah, please do not be late for a lecture on my account, brah. Good luck and learn a whole bunch. Yeah, five is crazy. Normally you get like 2 or 3. And I just, frankly, I don't know how they expect us to have 30 amber, so we are probably burning that one down. But I'm going to wait until after the storm, because we're already going to start turning on things that are going to be pretty nasty. Alright, and cram this in there, and I'm going to actually bring our other one over. I'm going to be kind of aggressive here. I really want that lizard jerky bonus before we've already finished making all the jerky. So if you guys could chop in there, that'd be great. Before trading penalties, 5 tablets sell for 20. Yes, yeah, they do. Unfortunately, we can't sell the tablets and then do the other event, so. All right, anything new? Collect that one. We could sell off some of our grain. That's actually not a terrible price, and we could make porridge, but other than that, we don't really have anything to do with our grain at the moment. How much more? Are you guys still hauling? Yeah, they're still hauling. I'm going to give them a second. And we'll see if we can haul one more set. How long do I have on that? Yeah. Alright, you guys are like purposely being as obtuse as you can about chopping into there. Tell me you don't want to open that glade without telling me you don't want to open that glade. Alright, this harpy has nothing to do. Let's get her out of there. What's going on here? You say you're done. Our food is pretty low. I don't think I want to increase that at the moment. Do we have an extra human? Let's get another gatherer over here. We're going to want to get this stuff out of the way, even though we can grow it, so. Raincoats would be another really good pickup for us, because we have good cloth. We have a 3-star cloth recipe. Alright, there's our lizard one. I'm going to turn that directly in, because I want that jerky bonus. This is way better than it was. In fact, you're only making 10. I'm going to stop her and tell her to restart. Get the better recipe. Oh, nice. We got a beanery. 3-star porridge and a crystal dew recipe. Very nice. We're getting pretty lucky on our pickups here. We have some refugees, which we could take. And we have another caravan that was destroyed. We've got 12 minutes before it becomes an issue. That's totally fine. We might actually be able to afford this one. Although, I do like scout packs. Those are pretty handy. So we may loot that one too. We'll see. Then again, I can't be too greedy because our impatience is just skyrocketing. So I got to keep an eye on that. Oh, we actually need to get some housing. I flipped up on that one. Okay, let's go ahead and who's our lowest? Harpies. Harpy house. Put that in there. No, I don't want to do that yet. I kind of want to move these so that they're not in our way like I've currently got. In fact, this is not where I want that. 1, 2, 3 spaces right there. I'm going to move these out of the way in a minute, but I don't want to spend the wood at the moment. Okay, human resolves too low. Okay, so let's turn off our favoritism. Our harpies are still sad. Let's put another harpy in here where she likes to work. We'll take one out here and put her in there where she likes to work. Don't have anything else I can do for them. We're already running a lizard here. Actually, no, I do. We could move one in here. There we go. Just keep her above 0. Raincoats are really cheap to buy from traders. Well, I mean, you have to imagine, like, raincoats are as common as, like, shoes are for us. Because it never stops raining, so... Go ahead and turn that one in. Alright, so... We don't have the ability to finish this one yet. We need to salvage a building. We definitely can do that. And we need to open 2 more glades. So everything here is super duper doable. Let's see what our next recipe is. Okay, a clothier. So we could go the route of making our own raincoats. Ale would be really good for our humans. I think it comes down to cloth or brewery. I think the raincoats are such a no-brainer. And that scrolls, which we probably are going to want at some point. Yeah, we're going to make raincoats kind of our specialty here, I think. Okay, flour, very efficient, and building materials, which we need for one of our missions. Alternatively, there's the herb garden with the roots and herbs that we're going to need. I think we're going to go rain mill for very efficient flour. And that basically solves all of our food problems. We just need to pick up like some pie recipes or something. See what people are saying here. Hearth level 2. Yeah, you're right. I definitely need to check that. This is Viceroy difficulty, Kane. Alright. We did say earlier that we could fix this easily. Is that still true? It is. Do we have anyone available? No. Okay. Just chill for a second here. Alright. All you harpies, get out. Alright. Come over here. Yeah, I think we're going to do this one. This is just worth so dang much. And burn that one down. And then on this one... 15 might be doable. We might be able to get 15. If nothing else, we could sell those tablets. Sell 10 boards for 4. I don't love that deal. I'm going to do it anyways, just to slow down the impatience again. For anyone that came in here, we are running on a map that has Land of Greed. So we get 50% faster impatience. And by running trade routes, we slow it down. So I want to try to at least have one running if I can. Receive 3 packs of provisions for every new villager. I normally don't love this one, but for what we're doing, I may pick that. We could gain 3 mushrooms for every 10 grain. That would be a lot of food. I'm kind of leaning towards the provision packs, actually. Oiler, yes, oil is so good. Oil's very good. I love burning it in the hearth for the production bonus. I'm going to go with the packs, actually. I'm just nervous how fast that's going up, so I'd like to be running even more trade routes. We're pretty efficient at this. No, we're running... Well, we can slow it down even more. Let's do it. Alright, newcomers. What do we got? I think we're going to go with this one. Well... This would be... We could turn those into jerky pretty efficiently. We're not using our herbs at the moment, but we have plenty of things that could in the future. And some stone wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, let's grab that one. Alright. Housing, though. And upgrading hearth. So we need to get another... I'm really lazy for some reason in this game when it comes to that. I almost always just pick these gardens as my decoration. I don't know why, because I do kind of like decorating in some city builders, but in this one I'm just like, I just want the numbers. Let's also get our housing fixed here before I get sidetracked. Harpies are hard to keep happy, so let's go ahead and... Man, I feel so cornered here. Yeah, every harpy will have a house that way. An actual harpy house. Give them a second to do that. Alright, we do need to get started on this relatively soon. So we need to make a decision. Are we doing this, or are we trying to save for 15 amber? I think we're just going to do this and get it out of the way. A little disappointed on that one, but yeah, let's do it. Then over here, packs of crops would give us something to sell. Porridge would be super good for our humans. Let's get this one. We don't have... We're not actually making biscuits. We're just letting them eat off of something else we picked up somewhere. Send one guy to do that. We also have this. We don't have anything we could get them from. Our food is a little precarious here. Let's also tell our people not to eat the insects. And we're going to turn all that into jerky. Alright, what do you got? One of the things they added in the last patch is all the traders got new portraits. Kind of missed some of the old ones, but the new ones are pretty cool too. Okay, we have packs. I don't really want to sell those though. They're not particularly valuable. Drying board would be really nice since we're gonna produce our own clothes. That would be a nice perk. But we'd have to... Yeah, that's just way too expensive. We're not doing that. Let's double check our routes here. Gives us a little bit of money that we could play with. Our food's having problems, so I'm not going to sell food. Don't have any of that yet. I'd rather turn reeds into cloth. Don't. Okay, so we're done here for the moment. Let's... Okay, we've got our rain wheel and our clothier. Let's get our clothier up first. When you do make your own raincoats, you go through a crazy amount. So I'm going to give that one a pretty prime location. I also need to move these because I am just dying for space up here there next to my hearth. Where am I going to drop my next one? I do think it's going to be down here, maybe kind of between the two spots. So we actually could fit it right there. I'm not going to do it quite yet, but we're going to chop with that in mind. Can you check out how many coats a single part buys? So a single part will get us 19. Alright, so we're going to finish this as soon as he's done getting this rebuilt. Popping 2 more glades we can do whenever we want. Luxury goods, trade goods, and amber. We have the things to make those, but not yet. What are we going to use for trade goods? It's going to be flour. Spoilers. So, 12 of those. Set that to only use flour. Go ahead and set up our rain mill too. Kind of icky looking city here, but whatever. Alright, what's going on here? You need some help because you're not keeping up. Let's see. I think we just gotta wait for events and whatnot to get done. Okay, minute left on that. We'll finish before storm. And ditto here. Okay. Next set of orders. Scrolls and ale. Things we're probably going to want to do. Will give us a forum. Gives us education and leisure. I keep forgetting. What do you give? Religion. Okay, so we got brawling and religion, so that's not like super high on my priority list. Scroll production would be nice. Alternatively, we could reach standing 2 as 2 settlements. We're going to do a ton of trading, so this is kind of a freebie. I'm going to take the freebie. Over here. Incense and a monastery. Monasteries are really good. All fuel recipes are faster. That would be nice for our oil. This one's pretty good, and it gives us quick deliveries, which I really like. Let's grab that one. That's another one that we can do just lickety split here. We'll make a makeshift post. Kind of need these just to finish. Waiting on those. They're gonna have to do a lot of hauling around. Alright, our harvester camp finished the first area, so we're over here for the next. It's a long trek home. We need one more house also. Lizards are the sadder of the 2 that need housing. We don't have a brick. Either way, we need brick. Okay, we gotta turn on some brick production here. And ideally, I would like to use the clay. Go ahead and let them make up to 10. I really need to put another person here. What are we staffing that doesn't need to be staffed? You are not doing anything currently. Come on out of there. There we go. You're also not doing anything currently, so come on out of there. We may end up having to stick them back in there for resolve, but for now... Come on in there. Pack of crop. I'll let you do... Well, let's just do the grain. It was 12, correct? No, it's 15. Another quickie to get done. Forager cap is done. Alright. Do we have anything else? Not at the moment, so we'll just kind of tuck this aside, take the humans out. Let's get this developed. Another small farm. Pretty janky road, but whatever. Maybe we could do that slightly better. Yeah. Move that there. There we go. I am going to plop another hearth down here, so that'll fix this problem. This is not good, but just for now. All right. We've got everything we need here, and we do have a service, so I need to fit... another map modifier we have is smaller hearth range. That's why I'm feeling so cramped on this one. We need to fit a service in here. I might have to just cram it like right here, now that I'm looking at that. Yeah, that is cramped. I might have to rejinga this. In fact, you don't actually need to be here because you don't need to actually get in, so that gives us some more room. That's not quite nearly so bad. We'll probably also take this out once we're done. I'm noticing that we're not able to fully get ourselves harvested either, so if we could get a harvest bonus, that would be rather nice. Or some global work speed. Okay, do we need to just plop a normal shelter, or did somebody finish something that we can do? All of our harpies already are housed. I don't like building more of these. I think I'm going to do one. No. I think somebody's just going to have to weather the storm. We'll move people's work assignments around if we have to. I don't think we need to stop chopping yet. We can let that run. Do I really not... Cloth is my only thing I can make efficiently, right? Yeah. Blech. I also need to get some rain going here. Okay. Everyone's barely making it, but we're making it. I will let one harpy come in here and get started on work there. And one harpy come in here. Those raincoats should really skyrocket harpies and humans. We also are not collecting any of our clay that we could be collecting. Alright, let's get this. By the way, how's the music volume for you guys? One thing I really struggle with is finding that right equilibrium. Ooh, woodcutter prayer. If we were not on a Royal Woodlands, I would probably take that, but we have so much wood. It's not worth it. Old Fedora. Increases chance of double event loot. Yeah. Gain 1 amber for every 50 wood. That's pretty good. I think we're going to actually do that. We also need to check, can we get anything else rolling here? Sea marrow. Don't want to get rid of my coal. No is basically the answer there. Alright, you're out of things to do. Yeah, I need to get some rain going. Let's see if we can figure out what our next recipe is. And if it's not the advanced rain collector, which is probably not going to be, then I think I'm going to just build a normal one. Alright, 2-star trade goods would be excellent. Luxury goods, we need that to finish one of our things, but that's the only thing this would make. I think I have to go planks. And it has luxury goods. Okay, perfect. Happy with that. Take the carpenter, give it a primo location, and please prioritize this. That means we'll be able to produce everything above a 0-star except for bricks. All right, planks, we'll let them go up to 30, since now we have a very efficient. So 5 to 2, so pretty darn efficient. Not 3-star levels, but not terrible either. We do have a little bit of metal, so we could make some tools. I'm kind of leaning towards ale is going to be our main product. We'll see what we get. All right, this place is good. We need to get fields in. Go ahead and let them build it before I assign them. In fact, actually, we're not going to... Well, no, we could plant right now. So, yeah, I do actually want them doing that. We're going to be pretty low yield the first year because we're not going to have it tilled, but that's fine. Okay, extra packs, some extra food. As your impatience is higher, it lowers your hostility level, and we're right at the cusp, so I'm not going to turn that in right now. I don't need any of the bonuses immediately, just to keep us below 3 hostility. All right, we could grab some extra meat, which we could turn into jerky. I think that's the way I'd like to go. That also means I need to put somebody back to work there. It's ironic that I was so worried about this, and then we got that trait that has basically negated it. At least for now. Alright, let's get our clan hall up next, I think. Get that service rolling. We also need more housing. Let's pause. Alright, I want my next hearth. Where do I want? I kind of want it just between these 2 areas. So as close in as I can do for that. Right there. Have kind of a weird, awkward road thing going here, but whatever. We'll do that. Alright, so that's going to go there, and then that also means I'm going to drop a small warehouse. I think we're going to... We'll put one on this side and one on this side probably later, but I'm going to make a super duper efficient farm out of this one by having a close drop-off point. That also will be good for this building, which we need to rebuild this too. Build more planks! We're waiting on you guys now. Alright, let's just assign people. I want this done soon. And, oh, housing, that's what I was going to do. Alright, we have 12 humans, and we have built no human housing. Two, 4, 6... Actually, no, I need a road right there. 6... 8. That's 8 free homes that will free up. They're going to be waiting on bricks and boards, fortunately. Probably also need to get clay harvesting going. This one. There we go. Everything sounds fine to me. Thank you, Kane. I'm still learning a lot about the sound volumes. It doesn't help that when I was just learning things, I have like a setting in OBS that lowers volume a little bit, and then my headset volume's different than my desktop volume. And when I redo things in a little while, when I build my next PC, I'm going to try to have one master soundboard, so I don't have everything adjusted at 50 different places. That is rather hard to deal with when you're moving between doing just your own computer PC stuff and recording and streaming. Alright, we got our clay coming in. We finished this building. Not sure if this road's going to help, but I'm going to try. See if it will. Alright, this one gives us the packs of crops. So we don't want to do any more packs of crops here. Get out of there. And it gives us pickled goods. So we actually probably do want someone working here right now. Pickled goods. Yeah, it looks like vegetables is basically what it's going to be. Go ahead and we'll put 2 in there for a second just to do that. And I'm going to tell people to stop eating the vegetables. We'll let them chow away at that. Alright, storm's coming up. I still don't need to turn that in, so I'm going to hold off. Let's pick our next order. Open 4 abandoned caches. Something that's very doable. Or we could open 2 glades quickly. The extra pipes would be nice. I don't think we're going to be producing our own pipes. Open 2 glades quickly. We definitely could do that. Do I value that more than carrying things? I think I do. It's not timed. We'll take it. That may be a bit of a greedy pick. I don't know. We're kind of behind on basic materials, so we're just kind of struggling a bit there. Alright, the clan hall. Lizards would love to work there, so let's free up some lizards. And that's going to give us the ancient ways. The ancient lizard clans are excellent survivalists. They have mastered hunting and foraging like no others. All camps produce 100% greater yields. This bonus does not affect woodcutters. That's nice because we're also running with that event where we needed to harvest 100 things, or 300 things, or whatever. This one. We're harvesting slower at the moment, so that'll help us get it done. We're at 193. So nice little combo we ended up there. I didn't really mean to do that, but it worked out. Alright, we're going to drop a hue in here. Make flour. I tend to go with 50 as kind of my default setting. I don't want to do that yet, because we're struggling on those materials. And I don't need you at the moment either, so let's just kind of move you out of the way. Could start harvesting some eggs. Lizards would like to work that job. I'm noticing that I took people out of this woodcutter camp. I thought that was running full bore. That's a little awkward. Let's remove one here because I want a lizard to be happy here. Farm this staffed. We need those 2. Want to run those 2. Are you guys working? You are working. Okay, we just need more people, frankly. Okay. Fortunately, we're in storm and I have people without housing, which is not great. Okay, lizards to 0, but lizards are pretty resilient, so they drop really slow, so it's going to take him a long time to get to 0. I think the storm will finish before he gets there. Lizards are bros. They're a little bit cranky, but, you know, they're loyal. They're very loyal. Not like those foxes or those harpies. Yeah, this is going to be super nice. We're going to have nice, efficient things here. In fact, this shouldn't be here because that is not going to be something we're using much of. Let's get these moved up closer. I need to remember that I need more woodcutter staffing. That said, though, we're actually doing fine on wood, so maybe that's all right. All right, got that all plowed up. We're making lots and lots of yummy, yummy pickled vegetables, everyone's favorite. Wolfpack, welcome in, man. Glad to see you. kind of streaming at a weird time today, so it's interesting to see who's kind of filed in. All right, we could gain grain per minute. Normally, I would love to take that, but we've already invested a lot into grain production ourselves, and none of that will apply to this, so that's out. We could double down on packs of provisions. I may do that. Trade routes are worth one more amber. Never mind, we're taking that one. It doesn't apply to trade routes already in progress. Yeah, we're taking that one. In fact, I have not been looking at my trade recently. That's a mistake. Let's fix that right now. What could we do? Don't think we need this many gears. Do we have anything running that requires big trades? No. I'm just going to send one just to get that reduction in impatience. I have not been doing a good job of that. I need to do better. Our impatience is getting awkwardly high. What would you cost to... Oh, I can't even move you. Did it with you, okay. Alright, let's get this upgraded properly. So we need to add in another garden. We need to add in 4 of the yellow, I guess, ones. And we need 2 more of the green ones. This will be pretty nice. Getting that global production speed. Super duper nice on the tier 3. Workers have... Oh no, this is the double yield. 10% higher chance for double yields. We got the global production speed from level 2, and we got the global resolve from level 1. And then down here, we actually could do an upgrade. No, not quite. Oh, I'm out of range. Shoot. I set this up like we have normal range. Okay, so yeah, we need to move these. That's not going to work. Put that one there. We'll put that one there. Glad I caught that. Almost felt rather dumb if I hadn't caught that. I found that setting an auto pause on every season made me way better at checking trade routes. Yeah, I should do that. I have that on, but my muscle memory almost always just unpauses. You guys say you're done? Okay, you do. Alright, that means now I'm okay turning on the building packs. Let's not go too crazy on that, though. We'll say, like, 10 for now. Trade route completed. Collect. Right, anything else we can afford to do right now? No, yes, we have some building materials. Okay. That's actually a pretty good price. I think we'll actually run that one. Now, we're hitting the point where we're actually rolling in cash, so hopefully I can start buying a whole bunch of things from the trader, and that's going to be kind of what propels us to victory. Do newcomers? I do think we need more workers. A lot of lizards. I don't have a lot of lizard work. Less lizards. I'd prefer the coal, really. I think we'll take the less lizards. Alright. Let's get some more stuff rolling here. So we could be making good porridge. So, okay, we need to get grain production. I keep talking about it and not doing it. We haven't found any... We have a yellow geyser. Just a yellow geyser. Yellow is not very useful at the moment, but I think they will drop a pump. But then we're also going to need just a rain collector. And these guys only need to take breaks, so they're very efficient near hearths. So we'll stick them there. Alright, Zorg. How you doing, man? Let's see if we can spend some of our cash. A greenhouse, we don't really need. We're doing okay on that. Farmers can carry additional items is good. Traders arrive faster would be good. Planting crops faster would be good. I'm going to take the faster traders. And I think I'm going to take... That's a hard one. I haven't noticed if we've been... I think we've fully been planting. So I don't think we need the faster planting. We'll go ahead and we'll take that one. Anything else we want to buy? We have 1 extra amber. Don't think so. Go ahead and let that go. Mr. Shadier, what's the lore of this game? It's actually pretty decent for just like a city builder. Essentially, there's this massive like worldwide storm that never stops, and there's the Eternal Queen that rules the City of Embers, and that's like this volcano, and it's the one place that anyone is still living. And every cycle, a world-spanning storm wipes everything in the world out except for the smoldering city. And when that storm slows down, because it never stops, we are viceroys, and we're sent out to build settlements to bring in resources and food to feed the city. And we're looking to reforge these ancient seals, which lock these evil gods underground. And the evil gods supposedly are the ones that are stirring up this storm to try to destroy us. So each map, we're like building up our resources to push further and further out from the city to reach these seals and try to fix them before the big cycle storm wipes everything out and pushes us back to the city. That's kind of the mechanical explanation of why you have like cycles in like the roguelite mechanics. So we'll earn meta progression based on our map that we finish. I think I am going to take this one finally, because we are producing packs, and I would like to produce packs faster. She's really struggling to get this up. I need more workers here. We were planting. Okay, good. Game has a hidden ending too. Yes, yes. No spoilers in chat, please. Okay. I like to automate these. Do I dare? I think I do dare. We'll just have one rowboat in there, just getting us a little bit. And over here, we don't have foxes, so it's whoever's free. I think lizards are the ones that are going to do this. Okay, now we're looking at making things more efficient. And I think it's going to be this building first. What else would I do? Or it would be here. This is kind of our main food source at the moment, isn't it? Yeah, let's get this more efficient. We'll pipe that in there. Fortunately, that uses drizzle water, which we're not getting at the moment, but once that comes in... Oh yeah, I need to staff this. I keep forgetting that we're not running this full bore. German, welcome in, man. I am so happy to see so many familiar faces. That just, it makes it really cool. Thank you, guys. I'm glad people are at least tolerant of things that are not Dominions. I know Dominions is the channel focus at the moment, but you know, I've mentioned in the past, I want to make sure that I'm not pigeonholing myself into doing just one thing. For my own sanity's sake, because I am a gamer that plays lots and lots of different things, and I tend to play them kind of in sprints. But also, just because if people lose interest in Dominions at some point, I want to have other things available, so I'm not starting over from scratch, essentially. So, very, very cool. Very happy to see people are interested in watching stuff. So, thank you again, chat. Very appreciated. All right, we still do not have enough housing. What is going on with this housing crisis? We need to solve that. This is ridiculous. We have 14 humans. That means we need 7 human houses. We need 3 more of these. This smaller hearth range is really messing with my head. Okay, that would be 6 more people housed. Harpies. I'm sure we don't have enough harpy houses. Yeah, we've only got 3, so let's plop 1 more harpy house down here. The reason I'm being careful of how many I'm building is we need to maintain 20 people up here to keep our district level 3. So I want to make sure that I don't accidentally rip enough people here to downgrade to level 2. That's a pretty hefty bonus that we're getting from that. Okay, we almost got it where our road can go through here. Oh, it can. Good, good. That way we can make it over here. That'll help speed this whole area up. Pathway There, okay. Now we can look at turning on porridge. Porridge is another super duper efficient food, and we can make it with any kind of water, so we'll make it out of clearance water. Lizard would like this. We'll let him do that. We'll have him just use the grain. We also could do pickled goods, but not as well as our granary, so we won't. We also could make a little bit of metal. So now we have that available. That's kind of what I was saving those herbs for. Although, we're getting resin from chopping here too, so maybe we turn the resin on. Because you can't eat resin. Turn that on. Let's actually turn this on. We'll let it make like 20. I'm gonna leave it on just stormwater, and then we'll just let that trickle in a little bit. And now that I have that, I'm less worried about running out of metal. I am gonna turn on tools, and I like to set my limit for 24 because that's the amount of tools it takes to open one of these big caches. Kane Cagney with €5. It's getting late where I am, so I'm going to be heading off now. Glad I got to watch one live, even if it was for a short while. Thank you very much, Kane. That's very appreciated. Yeah, it's interesting how we have viewers in around the whole globe, basically. We've got mostly North America, but a good portion of people from Europe and a few people over from... I don't want to call it the country in case he doesn't want to call it, but Eastern countries. It's really interesting to see just how global gaming is, you know? It's a worldwide passion. It's cool, though. What other hobbies do you have that you get to talk to people from all around the world every day? Like, that's just so cool. And... it's also a hobby that it's around the clock, right? Like, no matter when I go live, somebody's awake, and in theory, they could watch me. Like, that just kind of blows my mind. When I was very little, I grew up right around the time that internet almost kind of sort of was a thing. And so, like, over the span of my life, to see how communication and gaming has changed with the technology has just been crazy. Like, when I was a little kid, if you had tried to describe what Discord was to me, you would have blown my mind. Alright, deeper into the wilds. There's those 5 tablets that we already have. We may just nab that. Gain 15 roots every time we discover a glade. That's not particularly useful. Or we could do leisure stuff, but we don't even have a recipe for that yet. That being said... extra production on that would be very strong. I'm going to be greedy and pick that. I do need to keep an eye here, though. Our impatience is getting awkwardly high. Very awkwardly high. In fact, actually, we also have... what are you doing? We need to not have that happening, so we need to drop a... there we go. We don't need strange lights because we are not fulfilling services at the moment. That's going to make people very, very wonky because we are not producing our training gear yet. Maybe we should turn that on too. Where was our efficient one? The manufacturing. Yeah, let's set this one at 21. We are way above that for now, but at some point we won't be above it anymore. We'll turn on training gear, and we'll let them use some of our crystallized dew. I think I will let them use the stone, too. We'll set that at, like, 30. And put a harpy in there. Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying that, German. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not planning on having Dominions go anywhere. I'm not burned out or anything, but I was feeling this week a little bit like I wanted just a little change of pace. I don't want to burn myself out on it, and so just doing some other things, trying some other things, getting some more practice in on streaming when I know I'm not committing to an 8-hour stream. For anyone that was around for the Baratos stream, I slept very hard that night. All right, our trade route's done. Go collect our sweet, sweet cash. Alright, Smoldering City just leveled up 1. That's nice to see. What else could we trade? We don't have any of those things. We don't have any of that. Raincoats, but we don't have any. Alright, let's just run this one material one just to, again, slow down the impatience. I have a feeling we're not going to win this one. Our impatience is too dang high. We need to open Glades to finish one. So next season, we need to open. Let's plan out that move. I might actually open some small glades, because I don't see any that are super accessible. Yeah, I think we are going to do that. We'll just get that one prepped. And then this one... prepped. Alright, what did we get? We're looking for... A monastery would be... decent. No, let's re-roll this. I'm really looking for brewing. I want to make ale. We did not get one for ale. Pies. Okay, producing pie would be good. Incense. I think we can use incense at our current service. Yeah, we could. That's not bad. We don't need the flour. Oil would be nice. We're not hurting for fuel though. I think we're going brick oven. A lot of our people like pies, and the incense is immediately usable. So I think we will do that. And we're going to make that right there very efficient. Okay, people are not happy at the moment. Do I need to turn off cutting? No, I think because we're swimming in wood still, I'm going to sacrifice a bunch of wood. Okay, and then we just need to get one more harpy happy. Alright, so if we replace a harpy here and give her a job... Okay. She's doing just fine. You know what? Maybe we don't need her there. Maybe we'll put her here. We'll up our raincoat game. See if that's enough to make them happy. We also could favorite them if we have to. I still remember when I played the first Age of Empires on a big tube monitor. Yeah. Yeah, Wolfpack. That's definitely probably beyond what I should do. That is not a healthy choice for sure. I work a full 8.5 hour day at work, and when we do those 8-hour streams, that essentially gives me like an 18-hour day. That's a bit much, but I don't know. I'm working on just making my Dominions play more efficient and faster. So just the hotkeys. The hotkeys are really like the easiest pickup. I noticed at least on the Baratos stream, we had, I wouldn't say none, but we had very few moments where I had unscripted things or things like that. So I definitely can optimize my play a little bit more, and that'll help some. That was also about as bad as that could have been. That was a hard stream. Like, you know the meme where the guy's like got the handkerchief and he's like wiping his forehead? That was me the entire stream. That was pretty hard. Newly discovered resources have 15 more charges. We're gonna pop a couple glades here in just a second. Maybe. We have rerolls. Let's reroll. Let's look for something like really powerful, because we're getting to the point where it's a little tight. Every villager that has that. Okay, we don't have it. Gain 4. Okay, we're not producing resin. Hauling cart could be pretty good. Instead of simply brawling, villagers are now trained. Brawling grants an additional +5 resolve. Unfortunately, that would only be for lizards. I think we're going to go hauling cart. That is actually... I kind of like that one. We'll roll with that. Alright, trade route complete. Let's immediately get in here. All right, we can produce coal now. I am totally okay with selling some. We could, if we're running all three, we actually would have a much higher slowdown on her impatience. So I think we need to try to do that. We'll do that one. We're producing tools now, so we'll do that one. Try to slow that down some. All right, let's get... Okay, you guys, get in there. You guys, get in there. That'll finish up another order. What else do we need? Luxury goods. Am I not producing any luxury goods? Is that the thing? Check our recipe. Okay, we do have luxury goods here, but what do we have that could be a luxury good? Incense is what it would be. And I said here, I believe, was our incense producer? Yeah. What's the hold up here? Nothing. We just need somebody to come do it. We have a builder. We just have lots of things being built. Okay, what could we slow off? Are you guys actually working? You're not. I'll have you come out. In fact, both of you come out for now. Just get some more stuff built. We're okay on houses. All right, we need to start being a little more careful. I'm going to favorite the lizards and get some reputation by making them happy. All right, some extra grassland is nice. Kind of want to pick up the farm that grows resin, or probably the resin now, if I get a choice. I don't think I want more grain on that. And over here, we're still cutting. Though I hope you have time for a blitz game. My summers are much, much slower than my busy season I'm in right now. So that would be much more of an option. Set it up something like a decent turn timer on a relatively crowded map, and we just, you know, the long knives come out, and it ends one way or another in 8 hours or less. All right. Lizards would like to work here. I would like them to work here. And I think we're actually going to make incense our #1 priority, even though I don't want to keep it that way. And I want to make that out of resin, not herbs, because we can use the herbs to make pies up to 50, let's say. And incense, let's say 50. We're going to burn through incense like crazy. In fact, I need another lizard. Where do we have a lizard I could grab? Oh, the field kitchen. What are you actually still making? Yeah, because we're out of things for you to do. Let's take those out for now, too. We don't need this. We could make biscuits if we wanted to, but pies are more efficient. We're making porridge somewhere else. We might be done with the field kitchen. Let's pop you in here. All right, good boys. Get to work. Make that incense really quick. Let that go through. All right, what else can we run? None of those, unfortunately. Okay. Did get a recipe. Explorer's Lodge. Okay, we talked about this earlier. We did salvage 2 buildings. That would be 2 global renown. It wouldn't be the worst. Leisure and education. We do have scrolls, so we could meet education demand. That would really only be for harpies, though. Bathhouse would be good, but we can't make tea. Tea would only be for harpies also. That being said, harpies are currently not getting a service, so one of the 2 would be good for them. Leisure needs wine. We're probably not going to get wine. If we were going to get anything, it's going to be ale. This is only for treatment, but it does give 2 global bonuses. We are struggling with Harpy Resolve. I think we're going for it. We're going to look for some tea, or maybe we'll just end up buying tea. I could see that happening. Let's plop that one in there. What are we short on? Bricks and planks. Perfect. Alright, let's immediately turn that one in. Yeah, it gets a little bit further away. What do we have here? Small encampment. I don't know if we can afford... I guess we could welcome them. We don't really need the people. Well, we do kind of need the people. We could get amber. I don't really need the amber. I don't have anyone to spare yet, though. Alright, yeah, let's just leave that be for now. Also, this one, I should already have decorations. I'm not doing a good job of keeping up on that. Cram these in wherever we can fit them. Get this leveled up. Yeah, I guess it's like a... I guess you'd call it a fantasy city builder. There's no, like, real combat. Like, there's a little tiny bit of, like, things killing your villagers, but it's all about production chains, and you're trying to basically build your reputation with the queen until you win the settlement before she gets too impatient and calls you back to the capital. And there's meta progression based on how you do on the map and where your settlement is, that you take back and take upgrades at the main capital city. And then those upgrades help you build better settlements and go further before the big storm comes and wipes everything out. It's a very good city builder. I would definitely check out some reviews if it's at all interests you. I think a lot of people would like it if you haven't played it. My favorite thing about it is that they kind of solve the how to end a city building map with satisfaction. Like, I win or I lose, and then I have meta progression, and I do it again. And by making you draft your buildings, you don't fall into the trap of every game doing the same thing. Because I definitely fall into that. You know, I find my thing I like to build, and then I make every map the same, and I wonder why I'm bored. Well, it's because I'm doing the same thing every map. And you can't really do that in this game, because you never know what buildings you're going to draft. Alright, we could invite some more people in. I kind of need a few more people, but that's a lot of lizards, holy moly. That's like too many people. Maybe we hold off for now. Well, maybe once this goes in. That's... Hell, do I need them? We also could be getting meat down here. Alright, what do you got, trader? That is a lizard in a wig. I just want everyone to acknowledge that. It's a lizard in a wig wearing a fur coat. Okay. Okay. Gain 6 provisions when you discover glades. I don't think we're doing that. Gain additional resin. That actually, we would get some... We're getting all of our resin from chopping, and that would affect it. Or we could make our cloth even more effective. I think we're going to grab that one and the resin one. Alright, what could we buy from you? Let's say I had 11 amber. And we didn't end up with anything for tablets, so let's sell our tablets too. Unless there's a trade route for those. No. Alright, so we sold our tablets and we sold all of our amber. Could we get... We could get tea. We could also get training gear, which we're producing that, though. We're producing the incense. Let's grab as much tea as that buys us. Oh, we got plenty more left. Okay. We will then take those. And that. And... that. That's a huge trade for us. We also have some more stuff over here that we could trade her. Let's do that trade. Okay, double check here. Nothing else I want to do, right? No. Okay, for the packs of trade goods, hold on. I don't want to sell something I need. Okay, leisure fulfilled and ale. Dangerous glaze standing. We need luxury goods, but I don't think... Why are we not producing those? We needed incense. We're not producing them because we're stuck doing more planks. But we're going to get there. Okay, I'm just going to let that lie. Not doing that yet. Okay, but I didn't see crops anywhere, so we can do that. We'll sell some crops just for the cash. I didn't do that as efficiently as I could have, but that's okay. Alright, so luxury goods. We really need those luxury goods to come in. So hopefully by buying all that incense, that'll help us get going there. Let's keep it moving on that. Harvest time, good to see. We're actually starting to close the gap between impatience and our reputation. I tend to find when I win these games, I tend to like cascade to victory really quickly. You kind of like get all your infrastructure up and running, so. I know some people disagree with calling Against the Storm a city builder because you can't reach equilibrium. Okay, well, they're correct in that you can't reach equilibrium, but that's, I mean, it's kind of the point, right? Because, like, we're out here purposely exploiting the environment to bring things back to the city as fast as we can so that we can feed ourselves during the next, you know, giant cycle storm. So we're not trying to keep this here forever. Like, the whole thing is supposed to be temporary. This is like a gold rush town or something. Alright, so with treatment, that's going to make our harpies happier once we're running it. And this building gives us regular baths, which gives us people leave slower with low resolve. Hopefully that won't be relevant. And then we also get global production rate 25% faster. Very nice. Alright, we are going to need more people to run this, so I will finally take some. Guess we'll take that one. We're going to need to build more housing. Alright, we're running that now. Let's get the housing queued up. So 16 humans. We could do one more human house. And there. Man, this is the ugliest city I think I've ever built. Staying true and on brand. That's the second I stream, like I lose like 50 points of IQ. Alright, we could have 7 harpy houses. Okay, so we could do some more harpy houses. 3 more. 1. Are we just out of room? 2, 3. We might need to build another hearth just to have room to put houses. Alright, I do have a spot that it can go if I do have to do that. Alright, that also means that I have a bunch more workers available. So we can get some more things stabbed. There. I think we actually have... No, we actually don't have anything for him to do here. Never mind. Okay, we're starting to get some of those luxury packs built. Standing level. Do we have any new trade routes? Okay, what can we do? Oh, I just sold those! Dang it, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, luxury goods, no. Oil. That is a miserable price for oil. But we're going to run it anyways. We also have a thing to get standing with cities, so I do need to run a ton of these. Flour we could sell. Not a whole lot of those other things, though. Yeah, Frostpunk. Great game there, too. Isn't Frostpunk 2 getting relatively close? Maybe I'll try to stream that when that comes out. Yeah, it's definitely like, I wouldn't necessarily call this a chill city builder. Like, I guess if you were playing at low difficulty. With my current skill level, Viceroy seems to be about right. I win most, I lose a couple, so it feels pretty good. Hopefully this is going to be a victory. Got a ways to go, though. Okay, 7 minutes. We're really waiting on those luxury packs. Yeah, come on, get those done. Let's actually pipe this place and get it rolling, because we're waiting heavily on this incense. That also means, now that I'm actually using that, I need to get up a blight post. When you use the rainwater, the different types of rain have like a magical infusion to them, and they cause blight rot. That was an absolutely terrible place to put that. They cause what's called blight rot, which are these like carnivorous fungi flower things, and you need to have these blight posts to burn them out. I think we can actually speed that up for a second here. Do we have anything that wants to use drizzle water? We do, but I'm out of pipes. Okay. And they're all saying that they're done. Are you really done? Guess so. I'm gonna let them just chill in there, though. Okay, put a lizard in there. Okay, it's saying I'm still down 1 house. So who's still missing housing? 16 humans are housed. It's gonna be lizards, isn't it? Yeah, lizards could use some more housing. Right there. Do we have 24 tools? We do. Oh, sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay. We can pop open this crate for a full reputation point. What else could we do here? Pickled goods we're out of. That's making me very nervous. I didn't think we were out of those. We can sell 1 thing of tools. Okay, we need to look into our food. What's going on with our food here? Oh, we're probably out of pottery is what happened. Yeah, because we're not actually producing pottery. Turn on water skins and the clothier. I don't think we have any leather, though. No, we don't. Okay. We need to look at buying that from... Turn off favoritism here. We need to buy some leather or some sort of container so we can continue to make that. In fact, actually, we need to expand our food. We don't have enough. Let's get in another small farm. Okay, we definitely still have plenty of wheat. Are we actually able to make pies still, or are we out of things to make pies with? We could, but we're trying to focus on incense. That's what's going on. Alright. Kind of a rock and a hard place on that one. Specializing in a particular branch of commerce can bring a lot of profit. Trade packs are worth 25% more. Ooh. We could lower hostility from chopping, also pretty good. We gain 10 jerky for every 10 pies produced. We're taking that. Because we're having big food problems at the moment. As much as I would like the trade increase one. Okay. 2 standing level is just, we need to do more trading. We need to open 2 dangerous glades in quick succession. We should probably prep that one. So here's a dangerous glade. We got a lot of chopping to do to get there. And where's another dangerous? That one. Over here somewhere. Boy, those are hard to get to. Holy moly. No wonder I didn't go into those ones. Okay, well, whether I want to or not, we got to get going on that. So, start chopping towards there. We're going to be here for a really long time, so let's give ourselves a road out there. Okay, we've got a little bit of pickled goods coming in. We're harvesting right now, so our veggies are going to go up. By letting them eat veggies, you guys can eat raw veggies too, just in case. I don't want anybody starving. Harpies are pretty happy just on their own. We're not producing tea though, so when the tea runs out, it's going to run out momentarily. Trade route completed. Luxury goods we could sell. We'll just do one. By keeping that rolling, we're just slowing down that impatience due to our map modifier. Okay, what are we looking for here? Tea and ale, essentially. We actually... Oh no, leisure is what we need, not luxury. We already have treatment. Cooperage, we're not going to be able to make barrels because we don't have any metal. That could do tea, but very inefficiently. We're already making everything Tinker can do. Alright, let's re-roll this. We got lots of amber. Advanced Rain Collector, that would have been nice earlier. Butcher would let us make skewers and better jerky. Let's grab this. We do have some meat that I'm not collecting that we could be... We'll do a butcher. Skewers, pigment... We don't have anybody that can make pottery, but that's very bad. We're rolling in cash. Let's do another reroll. Tavern, so we could serve our alcohol that we can't make. I guess technically leisure doesn't need me to make it myself. I could just buy some. Yeah, we could just buy some. We'll do it that way. Let's also get in a trapper's camp and start harvesting this meat. And then that meat is going to immediately be taken to the butcher. For processing. That really means then that we are done with the field kitchen. There's nothing in here that we would want to produce. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that just for the little bit of refund we get there. Alright, finished harvesting one of those nodes. Alright, what do you got for me? Planks, scrolls, trade goods. Not particularly useful. We gain 10 jerky for every 10 pies. Okay, very good. We could stack that. We could make extra ale. We could have extra vegetable production. We're going to take vegetable production for sure. I'm going to take the ale one. I think we can do it. I think we can get ale. I believe. And then... check our trade routes, and I might just sell some of the packs just to her. Yeah. So if we were going to sell... we got tons here. What would I buy? I would buy all of this. I would buy all of this. I would buy all of those. This is the power of trade, by the way. Once you get cash rolling, you can just go crazy on these. Let's see if we could actually afford that with what we've got. That might be a little much. Or not. So tons and tons of stuff that will let us produce other things. Let's go ahead and cache that. Just to triple check. Okay, we could sell that. I'm going to do that. Just, again, those aren't great routes. I want that rolling so that we're not taking the higher impatience. We're super close to winning, actually. Yeah, like I said, just kind of that cascade slippery slope to the end. Cool. I was getting a little worried there for a little bit. All right. And we've got our butcher here. I like to make it so that you use jerky to make skewers, because you get like double efficiency. We will make the jerky very efficiently, and then we'll use that efficient jerky to make even more efficient skewers. And then if we get all the way down there, you can produce some oil. Limit those to 50 each. I really want another lizard here, actually. What could we take somebody away from? Maybe we don't have a spare. Yeah, I don't think we have a spare. We may win here just momentarily anyways, because people are so ridiculously happy. They're just loving it here. Loving life. Okay, they're done loving life. And there's the victory. All right. Pretty good there. Pretty good there. I like it when there's pressure in city buildings. Yep, yep. Did I ever play Dwarf Fortress? Yes, yes. I started playing Dwarf Fortress right before it went 3D, as in like Z levels, and I played it very heavily for quite a long time. I haven't touched it in several years, definitely before the Steam release. Again, just something I want to go back to, but I need a lot of time. That's just a game that you have to learn pretty intricately if you want to have any good. All right, well, good victory there. I'm going to go back to world map. I think I'm just going to check in on my meta progress and then call that a stream. Pretty happy with that. Oh yeah, we had a roll of supply here too. I am actually, in this run, I'm going for a seal break, so I'm going to grab the obsidian. Well, actually, no, I've already got one. I grab that so I can make it a lot easier on myself. We're going to take, like, everything when we do the sealed map. Because I've got one right over here. Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay, let's just check in on the meta progression. Finished a deed. 150 trade routes. Very nice. And we'll buy an upgrade. So this is what this looks like if anyone hasn't seen it before. These are all just little incremental upgrades or building unlocks or mechanic unlocks. Like I unlocked trade here at the beginning. Things like that. We could bring some amber, provisions, forester's camp, herb garden. I think I was going for this for the extra embarkation point. So I'll just nab that. Cool beans. All right, Wolf, German, thank you guys very much for joining me. It's much more pleasurable streaming when you have some people to chat with and you're not just talking to yourself. I feel less crazy when I do that. So hopefully people enjoyed just something a little different. I'm immediately going to eat something and start editing tomorrow's Dominion video. I'm about a third of the way done, so I have some work to do, and I got to get that done. So I'm off to work on that. Thank you again for everyone who joined earlier. Thank you, Kane, for the super chat. Very appreciated. Hope everyone has a good day, and unless I do a surprise stream during the week, I will see everyone for stream on Friday. Have a good week.